Okay. So yes, a very good afternoon to everyone. So lot of guys already opened their laptops, started doing stuff. Nice, nice. Because these people so out of us four, three of them are the juries for your you know things which you have started doing till now. So I want you guys to just close those laptops and to listen to me because there are something called as guidelines. Okay, so without knowing the rules, if you go and play cricket, anyway they're gonna kick you out, right? Same probability, same rules. Ante kada. So if I wanna play cricket, I wanna play by rules. If I don't know the rules and go play cricket, anyway I'm gonna going to get, even though if hit a six, it's not a great deal. So yes, first of all, I would like to give a brief about myself for the people who did not attend the event or stuff like that. So myself, Dr. Gnandi Alla, I'm the Chief Technology Officer of DataTeach.ai, and I am a quantum research scientist from IIIT Hyderabad. So I'll be the one of the judge, I mean one of the jury for your hackathon thingy, and I am here to just present you some of the guidelines of this hackathon. Okay. So before actually going into the hackathon guidelines, which will be presented on the screen in something like 3 to 4 or 5, I mean, like in 1 to 2 minutes itself, I guess. Hey, nice. Okay. So first, I would like to say, like, I hope that you guys are in something known as a WhatsApp group, right? So about the hackathon WhatsApp group. So in that, you already have the guidelines and all, but I'm here to just give some insights from my side so that it will be added for your own protocols. Now, first things which we're gonna have is first of all a grand welcome to everyone. And yeah, initially we're gonna have general rules for the guidelines. So the general rules are the basic stuff which you guys already have an idea about. You know those basic stuff, right? You already know how it exactly be, right? Like team leader should be there, the team management should be there, you guys should maintain a code of conduct, and you guys should maintain disciplines, and yeah, all those rules which we'll be seeing in our colleges and daily activities and stuff like that. So these are just pretty general rules. And yeah, each team should definitely have 3 to 5 members only. Okay, 3 to 5 minimum. You can have 3 people, and maximum you can have 5 people. Got it? And that's just one of the important stuff. And team members is an important concept, and team lead is an important concept. Okay, you definitely need to have a lead for your team. There should definitely be a team lead, and we will be using him for all the point of contacts and stuff like that. So that's an important thing which to be going on. And obviously, you guys have all the stuff. So these are all normal things. And project and development rules are the things which I would like to explicitly talk about. First deal is the project which you're developing should answer some of the business problems. That's an important use case. Whatever problem you're doing, or whatever answer you're doing, or whatever code you're doing, circuit you're building, whatever stuff you're doing, should definitely answer one of the business problem. You can't come in and you can show like if you just made me a circuit and you can show like, bro, I did quantum teleportation, I will say very good, but I won't give you an award. Because what you're going to achieve by doing the quantum teleportation, what you're going to achieve by showing the E91 protocol, what you're going to do with that, you should explain that explicitly. Dude, I made E91 protocol. Why? Because I can use this compared to the classical communication stuff or classical key stuff. Why? Because that can be broken by doing this, and you can use all the stuff, whatever you wish for. Don't b- don't give me a theoretical presentation. This is not an IEEE conference. This is a hackathon which you will be providing or you'll be building a business solution by using quantum technology. Got it? Just show me why your approach is better than the classical approach out there. Okay? And third deal is most important, documentation. There's something called as documentation. Documentation is very much important for this particular hackathon. Why? Because whatever stuff you're building, I can understand because I know quantum. Can an XYZ guy who has a company, will he be able to understand that? If I say like normally it takes n iterations, but here I'm using square root of n iterations, will he be able to understand that one? If a guy who is a stakeholder, he cannot understand that. So that's why proper documentation with all the README files, the code structure, the citations which you have used, like the arguments which you're providing. For example, let us consider you're doing a BB84 protocol. Which citation you use, which reference paper you use in order to write that one, in order to build a protocol on that, and how you're showing advantage. So all those stuff should be explained explicitly. And normally, technical guidelines, definitely Qiskit should be used. Don't use penny lane or anything because this is a Qiskit event. That's why we will be using Qiskit model. And programming language, you can use whatever stuff you want. Python, Java, and if you want to build a front end, use JavaScript or whatever you can use. That's not a deal. But definitely make use of Qiskit. And you need to make sure that you're explaining why you're using that. Okay, that's an important deal again. Now, so the main thing which I want to talk about is the how this review process actually works. So totally, there are some X number of teams which I don't want to say about, but for the final stage, 10 teams will be selected. Okay, 10 teams will be selected for the final stage, and those 10 teams should give a presentation. Okay, so that is for the second one. Like out of all the teams here, and some more people adding up. So only 10 teams will be selected, and only those teams will have the privilege to provide or to give a presentation. That too for 5 to 7 minutes. The presentation is for 5 to 7 minutes, and then the Q&As will obviously be the theoretical concept covered. So that will be for 3 minutes. So totally you'll be having 10 minutes of time on the stage. Who? The selected 10 teams. Okay. It will be an on-stage presentation. The selected 10 teams prior to that selection, you'll be having 5 reviews, 5 short reviews, no stage, nothing. So you'll be sitting on your desk, you'll be doing your operations, you'll be doing your tasks. We juries will come to your desk at a particular allocated time being, and we will question you based on the based on the review characteristic or whatever, which will be exposed to you like half an hour to 40 minutes before that actual reviews being happened. Okay. So for example, let us consider I am doing a review one based on XYZ. And then based on that, we will be giving you marks. Okay. The marks and everything will not be that much explicitly defined, but that's the criteria. That's the selection criteria. We will be having 5 reviews in between. So if you want to get into the top 10 teams who are presenting on the stage, you should pass these 5 reviews. Okay. And we will directly say that you pass only at the only on Monday morning, I guess. Okay. So please make sure that every process which you're doing marks an important stuff. It should be an important stuff. You can't just sit here and be like, dude, I can do Sunday evening, bro. If you do like that, na, light. Okay, why? Because there will be short reviews, as I mentioned, right? So suddenly after 4 hours, we will come and we will be like, what is your progress? At that time, you should show me your progress. Like, what did you do in this first 4 hours? So you should show me that. And based on it, we will give you marks, and all these marks will be allocated. And based on the combined marks, you will be selected for the top 10. And that's how this thing works. And the reviews are divided like first 4 hours may one review, and then prior to that, next 6 hours may one more review. So like that, it will be there clearly. Anyways, you guys will be having this document so that you can revise it at the EOD, not a problem. And judging criteria and everything will be easily, they all in the document itself. That's not that much of a concern. And the main thing is the code which you're writing should not be plagiarized. That's an important concept. No plagiarism should be there. Everything should be novel. Okay. Novel architecture should be there, or novel framework should be there. If you're like, I'm doing portfolio optimization using quantum approximate algorithm, QA algorithm, I will be I will be doing portfolio optimization ankunda. You should not directly write the code which is in the GitHub. Do some modifications, add some toolkits, or try to increase the depth, or do whatever stuff you can. It should be a novel framework. Don't be like GitHub copy paste. No, it should be a novel framework. Okay, that's an important thing. So yeah, these are all more than enough actually. The main thing is documentation, dude. And after documentation, you need to align with the business proposal. That's an important concept. So those are the things which I would like to address here. And yeah, you can use AI. GPT, Perplexity, Claude, whatever stuff you can use, not a problem. But eventually, if you want to answer our questions when we are coming near you for the short reviews, you should be having knowledge, right? If you show me the complete output, but if you're not answering me one question, I will consider you completely use AI without your own knowledge. You will be disqualified. Simple. So that's why even if if you are using AI, get the knowledge first. And after getting the knowledge, you can obviously use AI to streamline your work or to optimize your workflow. Adavainda, samajh gaya, done. Purinchida, Tamil pasangal, purinchida, nice. Cool. So that's all I would like to address. Thank you so much for the time. If you're having any queries, you can ask me at this point of time. No queries? Such a smart people. Cool. Completely already. Thank you then.
Hello. How many teams are here? You don't know, right? Why did you come here? Why all we all assembled here? Why I'm asking these questions to you is that you are in a team right now. The team may be comprising 3 to 5 people. The team lead has to communicate with his resources, with his team people to coordinate their work and measure the progress there. The team lead, even though is an individual contributor here in the team, that guy has to coordinate what each person in the team is doing. John has covered most of the things, but some of the points which I wanted to really highlight is that whenever a problem has been given to you, for example, a protein folding, which is burning the world today, the entire research in the United States is revolving around the protein folding to come out with the drug and reduce the time of drug discovery. So that problem apparently I did not expect for you guys to come out with something, but it is going to be a tremendous experience for you guys because you'll be doing research on that. You'll be consulting your most important generative AI, generative tools, etc., etc. But you will not get all that information, whether you use GPT-5 or tomorrow GPT-6, whatever the research that is happening in that research. So the most important thing is that what is the problem that you are going to solve? Try to understand that problem first. So micro level, divide the problem into chunks. How the amino acids in the protein folding combine there and the drug discovery has been expedited by understanding that particular cell is having cancerous symptoms or not. So you have to divide the story. So I'll call it as a story and divide your problem to be solved. Now, once the problem, whatever you understood, you have to articulate it. Jnan has called it as documentation. I'll call it as an articulation. You have to put in such a way that I have to understand as a judge. Your English level language should be fine. Your grammar should be fine. Right? Are you getting it? So the documentation is very important. Understand the user story or understand the problem what we are going to solve. Second thing is that when you have the problem in front of you, right? You have the coding and you have the outcome of that particular problem. Before that, there's an intermediate which is called a heart in the software development life cycle. What is that called? Nothing moves in this world without the design and architecting. Am I right? Have you heard about these terms? You are solving an industry problem now, even though you are in the fourth year or third year, whatever it is. That's why it's called hackathon. In between the story or the problem that you are going to solve, how do we basically come out and design something? This is the technology stack. This is the Java language I am using it. This is the circuit design I am doing it. This is the execution methodology that I am doing it. Please try to document that area as well, because your team members will be based on your design document and the user story or the problem statement that you are going to give to start writing the Python code. These two should form the basis for your young guys who are in the team should write the code based on that. So if the problem statement is wrong here, the code goes haywire, right? That's why a statement or a problem which is solved in the initial stages will solve $250 there. If a code is going and all, if a problem is found in the code where the problem is actually attributable to the problem there in the problem statement, then your entire team is not doing a good job there. So problem statement and your design. Second thing is that this team effort is very, very important here. even though we called it as a review process, I use the word sprint here, right? Every problem in this world has to be boiled down to some sprints, which are achievable targets. Don't call it a review process. Call it as a sprint because you are working in the agile way. You have got only 48 hours. Your target is 48 hours, where the sprint has to, where the user story has to be completed in 48 hours. In 48 hours, out of 48 hours, I am going to divide your user story into chunks, which are called the sprints. If you know doctors, they do MRIs. Nothing can be found in X-rays. So what they do is, to find the exact problem, they go to magnetic resonance imaging. They got slice by slice, slice by slice, slice by slice, exactly the problem is there. Like that, when you divide your entire user story into sprint 1, sprint 2, which may be 3 hours, 4 hours. So for each of those sprints, the team lead, one person has to be nominated as designated as a team lead there. That particular person will give the task to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. His job is not only to do contribution individually, but also to coordinate the activities. This is exactly what happens in the agile process in the industry. I am not a researcher, I am not a scientist, I am not a professor. I am an industry specialist. If I use protein folding, I wanted to ensure that it works in the cancer research in the Hopkins Hospital. Okay, so the design, the user story documentation, the technology stack that you are going to use. Second important thing, probably, which is a very high level thing for you, is that there is something known as the testing also. Whether it is a circuit or whether it is a Java program, we use different tools when it is a Java or a Python program, etc. In the circuit design also, IBM should be having in the Qiskit framework, some technology driven testing framework has to be there. If it is not there, IBM has to provide the testing framework for you, for the Qiskit also. That is a part of every automation framework, etc. So you have to do a little bit of testing before you come and tell myself and Trilok and other people, our product is ready. We are not going to leave if you say that your product is ready. That is a product readiness. We will assess. Where is your code? Where are your coding standards? Show me your code indentation. Execute the code in front of me, show the outcome. The last and the final, which is very important, in case of quantum computing or the quantum algorithms or the quantum Qiskit frameworks. See, tomorrow, after 5 years, one more framework will come. Frameworks are variable, right? So, but the framework will provide you all the necessary things. How do you take the libraries from that framework to design a Qiskit framework? Like, for example, there is one more case study here, which we are talking about, is the, options here. Somebody, there is one case study here, which we are talking about, quantum runaway or whatever is the quantum thing, for the swap options or for the options. Somebody should know the finance, what is an option. Even though if you go to GPT and find out, you will not have time to do what is an option. And how do I simulate a solution using AER for an option, for the portfolio optimization or whatever it is. So please try to get the business domain knowledge in the span of time that has been provided to you. So the conglomeration of your business knowledge, the user story documentation, the design and the technology stack, the IBM framework, which is a fantastic one that is available to all of us, the Qiskit, get the imported libraries from all that. And finally, what is more important is the outcome. What is the business value that you are going to give by solving this problem to the world? The next most important thing is that, how do you take this forward? Your project is left in between or something like that. How do you take this forward? What is the future outlook of this particular project or something? It is a live projects. All are live projects. Whatever the case studies that have been selected by the organizing committee, full hats off to them. They have taken the industry use cases and straight away I can use this thing in an industry. If it is working fine. Little bit of customization has to be done everywhere. So outcome is very, very important. The outcome has to be corroborated with the results that are coming from a QSIT kit framework or the design what you are doing. Okay, for a protein folding, okay, this is the binding stability, right? And this is the lowest energy level that a particular molecule is attached to a ligand. So these are the things that you have to do, right? So I'm leaving it to the people, and roll up your sleeves, be comfortable. What we are looking is we are all friendly judges at the same time. We don't want to disturb you people, right? I wanted to just touch upon certain points where when you join the industry, these are very useful. You will remember me at that time, right? Outcome is very important, which the results have to come in kind of a visualization form. No, none of your managers look at a big Excel sheet which is having 100 rows. I wanted to see a matplotlib. I wanted to see a histogram. So how can you bring that? Those, please keep it in your mind. Whatever is possible, do it. But the thing is that don't give only importance to your Python coding here. Your outcome, your results, your design is very important, right? Any questions, please call me, right? I may be here, I may not be here, but we are done. Okay. Thank you very much and all the best to you guys.
Hello. I think I'm audible now. So, so I'll just share some practical advices that will, I think, definitely help you to solve various kind of questions that will be available in this hackathon. Uh, so, so the general procedure of solving any problem, it's a not very, it's a very simple way I look at it. So you have been given a problem to solve. You just try to break it down in a very small steps, right? Small couple of steps that can be achievable. So for example, you've been given a big problem that you have no idea how it works or how you can actually solve it. You have just zero knowledge about it, right? Which means you are starting or you are trying to solve that problem from completely scratch. You are a beginner just. So how, but you don't be discouraged. You can actually solve it. How you can do it? Now that's the question. We can actually break that big problem into smaller steps, and you can attain or you can do and you can achieve, solve the smaller step each at a time, and by the end of it you will be able to solve it, the big problem. Now in the context of this today's this hackathon, I think mostly problems will be related to various kind of algorithms as well as mostly various kind of algorithms. So my suggestion to all of you, which I feel would be really, as you already have given the full access of all the AI tools, ChatGPT, Google, Sonnet, Comet, yeah, whatever the recent browsers are. So as you have got the access, so my suggestion to all of you would be like try to attack each of the problem mathematically and by step. Make your logical flow of reasoning, the when you try to solve that problem, make your flow of reasoning so strong that you will have a really good understanding about what problem you're actually trying to solve, and in this way you will have the most learning experience, I would say, because it's not just only I'm saying it for the sake of saying it, but from my personal experience I have felt it numerous times, because even around 2 years ago I was also was kind of a very beginner in quantum computing, and when I was learning it, I firstly I found it very intimidating, to be honest. Like all those equations, those Kates, bras, this and that, Hilbert space. Of course I did have a kind of an expertise in quantum mechanics, as I studied quantum mechanics rigorously, so I have that grit. But I found it initially, all looking at the circuits and stuff, I found it bit of intimidating. But soon I try to attack the problems each at a time, and one step at a time. I got to understand about all those algorithms, and I built a basically good amount of understanding about all the algorithms. So the same thing I would suggest to all of you also, while you are trying to solve those algorithmic problems or any problems you are trying to solve in general. So just make your reasoning, flow of reasoning or logical flow strong, and try to attack the problem mathematically. Not just you are just doing hadamard here, not just like that. Just try to attack the problem mathematically. How, what is exactly you want to do, how you want to do it, what are the things that you're going to get out of it, and what are the steps that you have to take for that. So in this way, I think you will develop the uh, most capabilities in terms of knowledge. Yeah. So with this, thank you.
On behalf of RGGD Srikakulam, I would like to thank all the participants for this hackathon. And I would like to thank all the jury members for accepting our invitation. and they have a very good experts in quantum, and the problem statements are fantastic, and they have discussed a lot on the problem statements, and they have prepared 10 problem statements, and all the best and best of luck to all the participants, and let us start the hackathon. Thank you very much.
And now it's time for the most awaited part of the entire Qiskit Fall Fest 2025 at RGKT Srikakulam. Nothing but the 48-hour long hackathon inauguration. So all of you split up with your teams and you guys can start your discussion. And the gigantic hackathon just started. The timer has started. You all have seen the timer and you can start your discussions and work now. And a little heads up guys. Please go through the problem statements document once again because a few more exciting statements might have been added. I advise all the teams to have a look at the problem statements once again. Few more exciting problem statements have been added to the problem statements. So split up with your teams, get started with your work, start brainstorming, and hope you will be as progressive as we are expecting.
Hello. కనపడదు సార్ ఇక్కడ ఉండే ఎక్కడి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు స్లోగా అన్ని అరేంజ్మెంట్స్ చేస్తామా a small announcement. You can form the groups, and power sockets and everything will be prepared within half an hour or 1 hour. Okay. So if you have any problem, you can ask the organizers. Okay. So you can form into the groups. We'll provide the tables and everything. Okay. Yeah. If you have any problem, you can contact the organizers. Yeah.
Guys, we're also allowing spot registration. So those who didn't register till now, you can come to the dais and you can register yourself.
Those who participant teams are going to register on the spot. The spot registration teams, the entire team need not come near the dash. Only the team lead is enough to come here, and they will give us all the details about your team. So whoever wanted to register on spot, just send your team lead here and let us get your details. To use the internet access, the Wi-Fi password is Qiskit143. All caps QISKIT 143. To utilize the internet access, the username is Qiskit. The password is all caps Qiskit143. QISKIT 143. Teams who are registering on the spot, please note down your problem statement ID while you're coming to register, friend. Dear teams, to access the internet, you will find network names with TNP001 to TNP150. The password is also the username itself. You can use whichever the network gets connected to your devices. Yes, sir. TNP001 నుంచి TNP150 వరకు నెట్వర్క్స్ అవైలబుల్గా ఉంటాయి. The username is same as the password. Username is password. You can connect it. You can select any random number which you are interested between 001 and 150. Dear teams, look for the network name RGKT Srikakulam. RGKT SKLM or RGKT Srikakulam on a network name చూసుకోండి. And the usernames are as displayed. TNP001 to TNP150. Password is same as the username. The teams who are participating from RGKT Srikakulam campus, I think E3 and E4 students, you have your internet access with your exam cell password and your ID number. You can use that one. All the in-person participants from other institutions, you can use the one displayed just earlier. E3 and E4 students of RGKT Srikakulam who are participating, use the internet access which you have with your exam cell password and ID numbers. And rest of the in-person participants from all the other institutions other than RGKT Srikakulam, you can use the internet access details as we have displayed earlier. And if you have any queries, one person from your team can come to the place beside the dais. Whoever want to register on the spot, dear teams, please be seated in your places itself. Our organizing team people will come to your tables and take your details. So no worries about it. Focus on your problem and focus on your learning journey. Your registration will be our responsibility. The guidelines have also been shared in the WhatsApp group for you. Okay. ఈ హ్యాకథాన్ వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్లోనే గైడ్లైన్స్ కూడా షేర్ చేశారు. యూ కెన్ గో త్రూ ద గైడ్లైన్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు. Our team will be coming to your places and collect your complete data. మీ డీటెయిల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ డేటా టీమ్ లీడ్స్ అండ్ ఒకవేళ మీరు ఏమన్నా చేంజెస్ అయి ఉంటే ఇఫ్ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ యువర్ పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ యాడెడ్ ఆర్ మోడిఫైడ్ our team will come to your place and collect your data. Don't worry, you need not come forward or you need not worry about it. Our team will come to your place and collect your data, guys. You can simply continue working on your problem statements. As I said, our team will be coming to your tables and collecting your data. Please have your team names fixed. Decide what your team name is, and that should not cause a potential delay, right? So my team name fix ayi unte, when our team people come to your tables, you can give the accurate data.